Hello, everyone. Today, I will be attempting to answer a not so simple question. That question being, is prison really rehabilitative? You see, we've all heard the story. Prison's for rehabilitation. When a bad person commits a crime, they then go to jail. While in jail, they learn the error of their ways. After learning the error of their ways, they are then able to re enter society with a fresh start. I mean, that's what we've been told, right? That's true, right? Wrong. There are three big problems with the rehabilitation narrative. The first being that in America, there are very high rates of recidivism. Recidivism is the tendency of a criminal to reoffend. Essentially, when someone commits a crime, they go to jail for it and then become more likely to commit another crime once released. Now, many people know that the United States has the highest number of incarcerated people in the world. We have around 2 million Americans incarcerated. But the United States also has the highest rate of recidivism of any other country, with a whopping 76% recidivism rate. So once someone's once someone commits a crime, they are 76.6 more likely to commit that crime again. This shows that prisoners are not, as the narrative tells us, learning the error of their ways and are instead turning back to crime after being released from prison. The next issue with the rehabilitation narrative is the monetary incentive to keep prisoners locked up. There exist in America and other places in the world, but a lot in America, for profit prisons, which are privately owned prisons which the government contracts to house prisoners. And I just want to say, a little bit of a sidebar, if you have so many prisoners that state and federal prisons can no longer hold them, then maybe there is a larger issue that needs to be addressed. But I digress. If you are monetarily incentivized to hold prisoners, then why would you do anything in an attempt to rehabilitate them? It is simple business. If there is a downtick in prisoners, then the government may not need private prisons anymore. So why would you do anything to drop their recidivism rate? And also, I thought this meme was pretty funny because this is from the SpongeBob movie, but eventually in an episode, Mr. Krabs actually runs a for profit prison. It's really weird, but so I thought it was funny. The second issue is penal labor or prisoner labor, which is something that prisons will employ as a cheap source of labor by using prisoners as a workforce. Prisoners are paid for their work around 14 cents to $2 an hour, which is well below the national 7.25 minimum wage we have. And in addition, they can't say no to this labor because prisoners who do refuse to work are usually sent to solitary confinement. And the third and final reason I will be discussing for why prison is not rehabilitative is the rights that are lost even once prisoners are freed from prison. The loss of voting, they are no longer allowed to travel abroad. You lose the right to bear arms or even own guns. You can no longer serve on a jury. You can no longer work in law enforcement or the armed forces. Any job having to do with childcare, including teaching, daycare, all of that stuff you can no longer do. You lose public social benefits such as food stamps, social security. You lose public affordable housing. Many convicted felons then lose parental rights. They can no longer be parents or have even shared custody because they're a felon, they're a danger. And so I feel this also proves that prison is no longer about or never was about rehabilitation, because if it was about rehabilitation, when the sentence ended, the punishment would end, and it doesn't. So, in conclusion, prison is not rehabilitative. Anyone who is saying that is either woefully ignorant or is part of the system keeping it that way. And I thought this was interesting because a lot of people are locked up for drug crimes, and the cost to incarcerate one adult per year is $63,300, which is about the same amount that it would cost to send 9 adults to drug treatment. So we can help people. America just doesn't want to. Thank you.